The number one rule to a gunfight is that you don't get shot by your bad guy. And if you are a still and static target, you are a much easier target to hit.
Drop the weapon, drop the weapon!
Folks, today you are going to learn firearms training that criminals fear. Also firearms training that 90% of gun owners don't know they should be doing. The firearms training I'm going to show you today is a direct result of the police action self-defense shooting that I was personally involved in. So let's jump on with the video.
Freedom seats for everyone! That's just fun as could be.
Okay folks, I hate saying this for every video, but I never know when there's new viewers to the channel. I am a 20-year police veteran, plus I was also unfortunately forced into a self-defense police action shooting myself. So the information I'm giving you today is based from real life experience. Now the training and the tactics that I'm going to show you in today's video should be done after you master the basic fundamentals of shooting a handgun. Also folks, I am no high-speed operator, but I think this is pretty darn good, simple training that you can do to help you survive a gunfight between you and an armed attacker.
And you can see right here why I say I am no high-speed operator, because I don't even hit all of my shots here.
And I also want to say that this is not the be-all, end-all to all firearms training. Again, I just think this is darn good training that you can do, especially when the bad guy gets the drop on you and you have to react to that bad guy, because that's 90% of self-defense situations, isn't it? Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this firearms training looks like, and then we're going to break it down step by step of why each one of these steps is so freaking important for you to help you survive that encounter. Now the very beginning of this training, without the firing, without the actual shooting part, but the very beginning of this training is going to look like this. You're drawing and moving and giving voice commands at the same time. So it's going to look like this. Drop the weapon, drop the weapon.
Drop the weapon, drop the weapon!
Now step number one, the reason why it is so important to be moving as you're drawing your weapon, and that is that the number one rule to a gunfight, this is an old rule given for dozens of years in firearms training courses. The number one rule to a gunfight is that you don't get shot by your bad guy. It is better for you to not hit your bad guy than for him to shoot you. And if you are a still and static target, you are a much easier target to hit. So the quicker that you can get moving, the harder of a target that you are making for him, for your attacker, to actually get a successful shot on you. Now I realize that as you move, the only thing the bad guy has to do is move his gun to keep firing at you. But if you are on the move, it's again, as a moving target, you are making it harder for him to hit you. Now folks, what I really want to reiterate for this firearms training is that most times we are reactive to the bad guy. Most times that bad guy gets the drop on us. Most times that bad guy already has his gun out or that knife out and he's charging you, and we have to go from a holstered gun to firing in order to save our lives within split seconds. That's why moving and drawing and giving voice commands all at the same time are so important. Now the next step in this firearms training is giving those voice commands, drop the weapon, each time that you are drawing and moving. So again, at the same time, when you do this training, you are drawing and you're moving and you're giving those voice commands again at the same time, like this. Drop the weapon, drop the weapon. You want to do, again, simultaneously, at the same time, every time you do this training, again, moving and drawing and giving those voice commands all at the same time. And the reason why these voice commands are so important to do every time is so that you develop it into your muscle memory. You want to automatically yell those voice commands every time you draw your gun, because most states require you to give verbal warning, if possible, before using deadly force. Also, many witnesses to self-defense shootings don't see the shooting itself, but they hear it and then they testify in court of what they heard, or they give that statement to police. And you want your nearby witnesses to say, I didn't see the shooting, but I heard, drop your weapon, then I heard several shots. Hey folks, big tech does not want me to show you this, so I have to be really careful how I word this. But if you want bang sticks, PSA has them. And then if you need freedom seeds for your bang sticks, PSA also has them. And I will put an affiliate link down below so you can check them out if you want. Now let's get on with the video. So now shooting on the move makes it harder for the bad guy to hit you, but also makes it harder for you to hit your bad guy. Again, if you're standing still, you're making yourself an easy target. You know what? A meme that I like said something along the lines of, if your shooting stance looks really cool, then that means you are not moving. So in a gunfight, when you have an attacker just feet away from you, pointing a gun at you or coming at you with a knife or whatever, you want to be moving. Preferably, you want to be moving towards cover if you're not already behind cover. But anyways, a draw that I like to do in this training is where I draw my weapon, I marry my hands together right about my chin level, and then I just punch straight out. Now, if you notice, by doing this draw, when I punch straight out, that pretty much lines my gun up naturally to the bad guy's center mass, because the center mass on a moving bad guy, and when you're under stress, that center mass is going to be the easiest and largest target for you to hit. Now, I didn't come up with this draw on my own. This draw was actually taught to me by a high-speed special forces operator dude, but I think it is an excellent draw for when you are moving. And now I still aim, but that just naturally gets that lined up automatically to that bad guy's center mass area to help you get a good accurate shot off and fast when your life depends on it. Now, as far as firing your gun goes, I don't teach to fire multiple rounds. I don't teach to do a mag dump into your bad guy, but you have, as you have seen from previous videos, more than likely you are going to shoot multiple rounds and or do a mag dump into your bad guy until you perceive that he is no longer trying to kill you. And a lot of times that just results in you just pop, 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 pop until you realize he's dead. You're not doing that on purpose. You're pulling that trigger because you're trying to save your life, and you pull that trigger until you perceive, until you realize he is no longer assaulting you. So this may sound kind of strange, as while I don't teach people to do a mag dump or to shoot their attacker multiple times, what I do understand, what I do realize is that since you are more than likely going to shoot your attacker multiple times, you might as well train shooting multiple times so that you have the best controlled shots that you can have when in that situation where you think you're getting ready to die. So again, when I do this firearms training, I'm moving, giving voice commands, firing several shots at once. And then after I shoot, I scan all the way around me before I holster. I don't just do this, and I definitely don't do this. With purpose, I scan for additional threats all the way around me before I holster my gun. Folks, I am telling you from real life experience, after a self-defense shooting, you will almost certainly have an adrenaline dump and a brain freeze. So practicing this stuff beforehand will help you out immensely when that moment of truth arrives. And speaking about adrenaline dumps and brain freeze and being in a moment of panic after your self-defense shooting, this is a perfect time for me to plug Firearms Legal Protection. I even belong to them because they offer better coverage than my police union's legal defense fund. Anyways, I will put an affiliate link down below so you can check them out if you want to, but let's get on with this video. Now folks, if a bad guy approaches me and he pulls a gun out on me and gets the drop on me and all he demands is my wallet, I'm just going to give him my wallet, because you If you don't absolutely have to, you don't want to draw your gun on a gun that's already drawn on you. But if you've got a bad guy that's got a gun pointing at you and he's getting ready to shoot you or is firing at you, that is where you want to be doing drawing and moving in voice commands and then firing multiple shots all at once. I can't just stress the importance of that enough. And to learn what 90% of the gun community does not know about the realities of gunfights, then click on the video that should be appearing on the screen just about now to learn that powerful knowledge. Anyways, folks, this is enough internet for me today. I do actually need to go train. And folks, if you made it this far, hey, thank you very much for watching. And I pray that you have a good night.